4 key offensive strategies for beginner. First, execute a short underspin shot with your forehand, then pivot to deliver a long backhand stroke. Second, play a short side topspin shot with your forehand, then transition to the backhand position. Third, execute a backhand shot at a narrow angle, then transition to the forehand to attack the middle.
4. 发反手及长球侧身正手爆冲。
Opponent loops to the left with the racket facing outwards and head down, using left side friction to counter the spin. Correct demonstration.
正确示范。
Performing a left spin, opponent loops to the right with racket up, wrist inward, countering the spin with the right side. Correct demonstration.
正确示范。 3.
Facing underspin, opponent loops downward with a flat racket, countering the spin using lower middle friction.
天下抵消旋转。
Demonstration is correct. Opponent serves with a backhand, ball goes to the left, racket faces backhand side, strike down left to neutralize spin.
向左下方发力，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves with reverse spin, ball flies left, racket stands up, wrist rotates forward, block to neutralize spin.
转动，调打抵消旋转。
Opponent serves with underspin, ball might hit the net, racket slightly flattens, counteract spin
略
downward.
微放平，向前下方抵消旋转。
Pull down the racket.
下掉。
Any type of underspin is acceptable. Pull the ball down the table with the racket. Looping the ball produces extra spin. Keep the racket flat to lift the ball. Use a flick to lift any weak underspin. For backhand flick, raise your hand high. You can play all semi-high balls. Backhand underspin racket angle. Looping the ball won't net again. Opponent serves reverse with leftward movement. Racket position for backhand. Execute a left loop to neutralize spin.
左下方撇球，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves left side spin with rightward ball movement. Racket position for forehand. Quickly execute a left loop to neutralize spin.
快搓，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves hook serve with leftward ball movement. Racket positioned in the middle. Transfer power to the right to neutralize spin.
右下方卸力，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves anti-clockwise, ball flies left, racket faces opposite defender, counters spin by aiming down left.
左下方接球，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves left side spin, ball flies right, racket faces near defender, aims down left to counteract spin.
左下方接球，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves under spin, ball goes into net. Racket slightly flattens, aims forward and down to counteract spin.
向前下方接球，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves topspin, ball flies left, press down racket, rotate wrist forward to counteract
向
spin.
前转动，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves left side spin, ball goes right, racket faces opponent's forehand side, move downward forward, loop to counter the spin.
前下方搓球，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves backspin, ball hits net, slightly flatten racket, move downward forward, loop to counter spin.
向前下方搓球，抵消旋转。
Opponent's topspin to the left, keep the racket upright, and move the wrist forward to counter the spin.
手腕向前转动，抵消旋转。
Opponent's hook serve to the left, face the defender, catch low to the right, and counter the spin.
板型面向反手位，向右下方接球，抵消旋转。
Opponent's left side spin to the right, face the attacker, catch low to the left, and counter the spin.
面向正手位，向左下方抵消旋转。
Left side spin served by opponent. Ball moves to the right, angle down on the left for a spin neutralizing return with the racket facing forward.
抵消旋转。
Right side spin served by opponent. Ball moves to the left, angle down on the left for a spin neutralizing return with the racket facing the opposite direction.
抵消旋转。
Opponent serves under spin. Ball drops into the net. Racket slightly flattens, angle down and forward for a spin neutralizing return.
前下方接球，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves topspin, ball goes left. Defender's racket faces the ball, wrist moves forward, block the
手
spin.
腕向前，挑打抵消旋转。
Opponent serves side spin, ball goes right. Attacker's racket faces the ball, wrist moves forward left, block the spin.
手腕向左前方挑打，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves backhand side spin, ball hits the net, flat racket, moves downward and forward, loop, counter the
前
spin.
下方搓球，抵消旋转。
Drive up, make a quick right turn, push forward, deal with tricky side spin, chop down, and perform a fast right turn.
力拍向前发，侧旋不好接，力拍向下砍，侧旋快右转，
Push down quickly in front with urgency, lift up, flick to the right.
奔球急又快，仰拍向上提，勾手拱右蹦。
Flatten the racket slightly, move the wrist forward and downward, and make a short swing.
球是摆短，
Flat the racket slightly, move the forearm forward and downward, and make a long swing.
前臂是劈长，
Flatten the racket slightly, receive the ball downward to the left and flick.
接球是黄撇，
Raise the racket upright, rotate the wrist forward and block.
向前转动是挑打，
Start with the racket flat, then raise it upright and loop.
是翻挑，
Open up the racket, move the forearm inward, power towards the right, and perform a forehand flick.
是正手拧，
Flatten the racket angle slightly, rotate the wrist downward, and make a short swing.
转动是摆短，
Flatten the racket angle slightly, extend the wrist and forearm forward, and execute a chop.
是劈长，
Raise the racket, rotate the wrist forward, and perform a flick.
前转动是挑打，
First flatten the racket angle, then raise it for a flip.
是翻挑，
Hold the racket upright, pull the wrist inward, and rotate for a twist.
转动是拧拉，
Position the racket towards the forehand side, pull up to the right for a backhand shot.
提拉是反手侧拉，
Hitting the racket forward generates topspin, while rubbing the flat side forward creates underspin.
拍面放平向前摩擦是下旋，
Rubbing the racket forward and up to the right produces left side topspin, while rubbing it forward and down to the right results in left side
朝
underspin.
右向前下方摩擦是左侧下旋，
Twisting the wrist inward and rubbing forward and up creates right side topspin.
是右侧上旋，
Twisting the wrist inward and rubbing forward and down produces right side underspin.
是右侧下旋，
Hold the racket upright, reduce underspin, keep the racket flat.
但板子平一点。
Brush the bottom side for more spin on underspin, add side spin to the left, keep the racket flat, aim for a straighter shot, watch the ball drop, create a very curvy
下
shot.
来就发得非常管。
Execute a forehand loop with a flat racket for a straighter shot, keep the racket upright, and generate a very curvy loop.
会发得非常管。
Keep the racket flat, aim for a spinful shot without looping.
但不会回旋。
Raise the racket, serve, and be ready for a possible loop
回
return.
旋过来，
Opponent serves with left topspin. The ball flies to the right as you position the racket for the forehand, flicking forward to counter the spin.
向前挑打，抵消旋转。
Opponent serves with anti-clockwise topspin. The ball flies left as you position the racket for the backhand, loop down to the right, and counter the spin.
切球抵消旋转。对方发下旋接球会下网。
Opponent serves, racket slightly flattens, and loops down in front to counter the spin.
搓球抵消旋转。
Adjust the forehand drive by slightly flattening the racket angle, dropping the racket head to the right, and rotating the wrist forward to ensure a stable and precise shot.
前方转动，这样你挑得又稳又准。
Correct a backhand drive by slightly flattening the racket angle and using the forearm and wrist together to generate spin and length on the shot.
这样搓得又转又长。
Adjust the forehand flick by slightly flattening the racket angle, positioning for a backhand grip, and flicking the ball swiftly and sharply to the lower left side for a fast and deceptive shot.
又快又晃。